Oh, hello. Welcome to today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. January 20th edition. Today, whatever happened. In 1884, a Merritt was born. Not just any old Merritt, but a Merritt. The author who wrote Seven Footprints to Satan. And here is a original collected edition of Argosy magazine, where it was printed over a series of months. This is started July 2nd of what year? 1927. Yeah. Also the writer of The Metal Monster, The Ship of Ishtar, Burn Witch Burn, Creep Shadow Creep, The Moon Pool. This is not the Burn Witch Burn that was made into the film. This gets confusing. This is not the Burn Witch Burn which became the Lionel Barrymore Todd Browning film, but it is the Burn Witch Burn that became, aka Night of the Eagle, that is like that wonderful 1960s witchcraft movie. Think. Either way, what is no question, Seven Footprints to Satan is like just absolutely absurd, and a wonderful novel and film that Benjamin Christensen directed in about 1927. Hot on the 28 or so, hot on the heels of this publication. It's kind of like a haunted house ride, where like all the intertitles in this like beautiful Art Deco haunted house are just like, "Run to the grand concourse if you fear for your lives, all hail Satan." It is complete nonsense. There's like no story. Almost every character in it is like some Lon Chaney Sr.-esque Beastman type character, and there's even like a caped and cowled Satan himself. The stills can't be beat. The movie can't be beat. January 20th is a great day to find Seven Footprints of Satan and step right up to the plate and turn it on. You won't be disappointed. Colin Clive, born today, 1900. That is, Dr. Frankenstein himself from the 1931 Universal Pictures production. Also was Orlok in Mad Love, starring opposite Peter Lorre. That's a really wonderful movie as well. And he didn't have a lengthy of a career. I want to say he got his start on the stage working with James Well, but I could be mistaken on that front. I think so, though. Either way, yeah, doesn't have a long career. I believe he's descended into alcoholism. And his story can be found in the book Hollywood's Maddest Doctors by Gregory Mank, collecting the stories of George Zucco, Colin Clive, and Lionel Atwill, who we'll talk about a little bit later. Right? No, hold on. He's not in that. Forget it. Buzz Aldrin, born today, 1930, the man who walked on the moon himself. Disney's The Mad Doctor premiered today, 1933. I love Halloween cartoons. Disney's early cartoons, which are really a Ub Iwerks production. It's great. Yeah, love this stuff. The Vampire Bat premiered today, 1933. I'm crazy. Lionel Atwill, The Vampire Bat, starring opposite Fay Wray. Pre-code film. I want to say Dwight Fry is in it in a supporting role as well. Did Michael Curtiz direct this? Where is my brain today? Other places, obviously. Yeah. Tom Baker, born today in 1934. One of the many Doctor Who's people to fill the Doctor Who shoes throughout the 70s. They're almost like Hammer Horror Productions, I feel like. Pyramids of Mars might be one of my favorite ones. That Talons of forget the Chinese name. But there's a lot of really good ones. A lot of them are like really great horror movies. Yeah, Tom Baker. Check out some classic era Doctor Who on the day he was born. The Invisible Ray premiered today, 1936. This stars Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi. Is Yvonne? Is Frances Drake in this? I think she is. Yeah. Those three films, The Black Cat, The Raven, The Invisible Ray, were like the 3 times Universal paired Karloff and Lugosi together. And you could see kind of as one star was rising, the other was kind of falling, and like just this, you know, what was their relationship with each other? How did they identify with, you know, where they were going in life? What were their expectations? What were their realities? All of which can be found in Karloff and Lugosi, A Haunting Collaboration, which I think is also written by Gregory Mank, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Lots of library suggestions here. I was going to say, this collection of Argosy magazine is just somebody pulled out like the 7 Footprints of Satan content, and here in the back there's like a library slip, and like somebody stamped it October 22nd, 1936, which I love that like almost 10 years after it was first published, people are still picking this up and reading it, all of which is now like 100 years in the past, near enough. Pretty wild. Time flies. We must be having fun? Is that a question? It's a question. Linda Moulton Howe, born today, 1942. Conspiracy radio personality and investigator of like horse mutilation and UFO related things. Featured prominently on Coast to Coast AM. At least she was many years ago. I've kind of fallen off the conspiracy Coast to Coast stuff. Art Bell was my host. I've heard there's new hosts in recent years who have taken over the mantle and are doing a great job. I don't know. What else? Whoa, yeah. 1946 today, David Lynch was born. Brutal. I love David Lynch. I love everything he's done that I've seen. I'm sure there's things I haven't seen, but he's made a profound effect on me, and happy to have existed in the same time of human existence on this planet, in the lifespan of this solar system, as one David Lynch. Yeah. What else you got? The Twilight Zone episode, The Hitchhiker, premiered today, 1960. Rod Serling may have been all thumbs, but in this case, it's all thumbs up for The Hitchhiker. The Outer Limits episode, Don't Open Till Doomsday, premiered today, 1964. That reminds me, timely. Who knew? Yeah, great episode. The difference to me between Twilight Zone and Outer Limits is there's like, I don't know, 8 long seasons of Twilight Zone, even though mostly the like hits are the ones that wind up like on repeat on television very often. But if you were to watch them in chronological order, like the whole damn thing, there's a lot that you realize that like don't get played and like maybe aren't as good as you want them to be. And I say that in comparison to The Outer Limits that only has 2 measly seasons and like not that long of seasons. And while every episode isn't absolutely fantastic, there are more than enough great Outer Limits episodes out there. This being one of them. Galaxy Being is my favorite, but it's not a competition. And Norton Records opened its doors today in 2016. Norton Records being the like brick and mortar record shop that was like a Billy Miller goal in his life, and near the end of his life he was able to do it, and I'm glad he did. I love Billy, I love Miriam, I love Norton Records, I love this city, and they are all these things. It's all rock and roll. That's it. January 20th. All the things of note that you can bury your face in some literature enjoy some far-off planets, turn on a movie, and call it a day. Till tomorrow. Goodbye.